Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the Furious channel with me today on F124. So, we're back for another need race around Qatar for round 5 of the season in ANL of season 7. So, we're at Qatar in the Middle East. So, I did do Bahrain in the last round, so if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check that out before you watch this round. So, I'm not going to spoil it, so I'll let you guys watch it, see what happened. Yeah, last round was kind of average, so I was kind of okay with it. To get into the points, well, I thought I was on the wrong tyre to begin with, but luckily the soft tyres pushed me to up towards P6. And yeah, it dropped down to P7 because of the incident on the Nap 1, I think it was like turn 9, I think it was, so kind of a bit strange, but not sure why that's a thing, but for me, I think it feels like it's just a racing incident to me. So we move on from there. We're on to Qatar now. So doing my first run in short quali right now because if you see the data, I'm gaining by more than 30 seconds because, well, it's a bit weird. Well, I did do my first flying lap. Well, this was my first flying lap, but I had to back out on that laps and then go through it again. So luckily the tyres were fine and battery, I have enough battery to do and enough fuel to do another lap, so we go for it again. So coming towards the last corner now, about 45 seconds on the data there, so because I did a 2:07 on my, well, kind of a backed out lap, but luckily I managed to do this lap. I did a 22.5 and that puts me in the top 10 in my first run. So not bad, but my quality pace this year is not going to be that great. So that drops me down to P13. Time I get to my final run. I decided to go out a bit early again, like I did in Bahrain. So to make sure I don't get traffic problems and also make sure I don't get to the timer 9 in time. So luckily I had a minute to spare, so when I did my lap. First sector, I'm not gaining the first sector, so not proving, but I am pushing really hard right now, and I'm pushing to my limits at this point. I'm not sure why, but I am pushing really hard, as much as I can, but I just don't know I don't know where my pace is. It's like Bahrain all over again, but I just don't know why. Through the middle sector now, well, coming towards third sector right now, just, well, trying to do the best I can without getting track limits, because you get validated if you do, so you miss your lap. But luckily my first run was okay, so apart from being backed out. But I managed to gain almost a 10th by the time I get to the last corner, and then I managed to gain a 10th on the straight with DRS and EOS as much as I can, and that puts me P13 on the grid. So not great quali. That drops down, well, that makes it P14 now because someone gained a bit more on that lap. So yeah, quali's not great for me, so I just don't know where my pace is. I'm not confusing, but because I happened in Bahrain one time. So on to the race now. We've got some medium hard runners in this race. Soft is terrible around this circuit because of tyres on the left front. So I decided I was going to go on to the hards, but I decided to start on mediums. So because some people are going on mediums. So down towards turn 1, managed to gain 3 places at turn 1, so it's not bad. So we are making progress already. Coming towards turn 2, almost a crash there. So lucky I braked just in time. Hit almost in time at before turn 3. Nearly crashed into a nation at one point, but luckily there's no damage and we can move on from there. And then these two are going, well, he made a mistake there on the outside, so I had to back out of that down towards the right-hander in the middle sector. So yeah, only getting 3 places, it's not bad. And then this guy, well, he just went off to the desert somewhere, so I think he made a mistake there or something. So that puts me to P10, so it's not bad. And now, just following this train right in front of me for P8, just trying to... Well, DRS is not till another lap anyway, so... By the time I get to this last... Well, a lap later on lap 2. So at the end of the first lap now, I'd say it's an okay first lap for me. So managed to gain 4 places. So not a bad start. So what I've got to do now is follow... well, I got a train of P2 right in front of me, but I would love to be in that train, but these guys were fighting, so that's what's really annoying me. So yeah, come towards turn 3, I went to the right, using overtake. This guy, well, I'm not sure what happened there with the ghosting system. I'm not sure what happened there, but I did give him space on the racing line, and I was on the right side. I mean, I did give him space though, but he went a bit more to the right. But I'm not sure what happened there, but we move on from there. I still gained a place though, but I'm not sure what happened there. But I'd say the game has issues still from the ghosting system thing. Well, not kind of my fault, but I did give him space, but I just don't know what just happened there. In a weird way. Sometimes it's strange. I don't know. In a weird way. Anyway, into P9. Not too bad, actually. Gained 5 places after 2 laps. So, kind of struggling with quali pace-wise, but hopefully the race pace is okay, because surely my race pace should be okay, because I just don't know what... I just have no answer, really, at this stage. So, I've got DOS from Nation, but he's not in the DOS train from Ranger up the head for P2. I'm not sure who's in P2, but I think it's one of the reverse Sauber team. So because his teammates are available for this race, I think it's Legend what it's called. He wasn't available for this race, so he's replaced for him. So yeah, I think Ego is reverse driver, so he's making his not debut season, but he's making his return to the league racing. So it's good to see. Yeah, he's a very quick driver, so I mean, I was quite surprised he had the pace, so because he hasn't been on it for a few months. Well, since the game came out, really. So I'm still following Nation in the middle sector. So he went a bit wide at this corner, so quite surprisingly. So he's on the hards, and then me and Ranger on the same strategy, same as the guy behind me. We're on the same strategy as we are. But Nation and Starbucks, who's in P11, my apologies getting my name wrong, on the hards, I think. There's some hard runners at the front, and some behind, and some are mediums as well. There are mixed strategies going on. So come towards Nat 4, side overtake Nation, down towards, well, just before turn 1 actually. And he decided to get past me as well, so Nation's lost 2 places on that straight. Because the DOS is a bit powerful, but I don't mind it. So now I've got to try catch up to this train, but they're all pushing at the same level. But I'm trying my best. It's just I just don't know where my pace is. It's really annoying sometimes. I find it frustrated sometimes, but like in quali, but I just confused a little bit. I did push really hard, but I just don't know where the pace has gone. In a strange way, but I don't know why. So yeah, so the train is still there, but I'm trying really hard to use my... I am using my battery though, but I'm not using none because I did test it out, and you can use medium the whole way round, so you can save up while using medium. That's what I'm doing, but it doesn't make any difference. So because everyone is using... Well, I'm not sure they're using... I'm not sure what happened, but I think everyone is using overtake. Of course they're using overtake on the straights, but I was just trying to save battery as much as I can, because I don't want to go under 10%, because if I go under 10%, I don't have the battery to push, so and all that. I'm using hot lap on this straight, not using overtake, because he's got DOS, and then suddenly Nation decided to get past me, so that's what's really annoying me, because he's on the hard tyres, and he's trying to slow me down a bit more. I decided to go for it at turn 2, just to give him, well, just trying to shake him a little bit, but it turns out it didn't work. So back to where I was 2 laps ago. So that's I'm kind of struggling on the medium pace right now, but I'm a little bit confused at this stage. I'm already on lap 5 of this race, and so the first 5 laps was like, well, I wouldn't say crazy, but I'd say the first 2 laps was kind of crazy, but now I was just following following Nation again. So yeah, coming towards Sector 3, I'm still trying my hardest to stay in this, well, I'm trying to stay in this DOS, but I think the hard runners might be kind of getting to their, I say hard tyres might be the best tyre at this stage right now, so means are not bad either, so it only lasts for about 13 laps, so I'm still in the DRS though, so that's fine. At least I can save my battery a little bit on this straight. And now I've got to see if Nation goes for a move. Turns out he's not, so he decided to follow him. There is another sector behind me, so I'm guessing someone spun right behind me, so luckily for me, that's fine by me. Let's move on for another 2 laps later. On lap 8, I made a mistake here, so got me a 3-second penalty, but I did have a warning on lap 3, and of course the warning on a lap ago off screen, so not the way I wanted, but it's what it is. So track limits is definitely harsh around here, so compared to Jeddah where I wasn't available, including Spain as well, where I had the 3-second penalty as well at Spain. Move on to lap 10 now. I decided to come in for the hards on lap 10. So your hards can go to the end of the race. You can do 20 laps on these tyres. So I decided to do 19 laps on the hards. So you can go to the end on these tyres. Depends if there's a safety car or not. That would have been a mistake. So yeah, the pit stop, well, it wasn't too bad, but I'll keep messing up on the clutch on every time now. So, but it's what it is, so hopefully it'll be right in the next one. So I hope so. I hope so, because I keep doing that every time, but I don't know why. So on to the hards now. Kind of in last place, but everyone hasn't pitted yet. So the hards can go to the end of the race on these. We can do 20 laps on these tyres, so I can go to the end of the race on these tyres. So let's move on to 2 laps later. Someone made a mistake at the last corner, so I thought there was going to be a safety car at that point, because he wasn't moving for about 5 seconds. So by the time I got to the triple right-handers, into almost coming towards fast left right now, it turns out there's no safety car. So if that was a safety car, I would have been annoyed right now, because I pitted too early for the hards. I could have gone on for another 2 laps, but I wasn't sure. I could have stopped on lap 13 for the hards, because that's how long the mediums last for, and the hards can do 20 laps, I think, so, or 19 laps. So I decided to put on lap 10 to go for the undercut and go on to the hards and go to the end of the race. So, and then the guy who's on soft tyres, I'm not sure what he's doing there, but I thought, okay, he might be doing a 2-stop race, or I think he's the guy who made a mistake there, so I'm guessing he might be doing a 2-stop or something, I don't know, something like that. I'm coming towards turn 2 right now. Well, he hasn't set the fastest lap yet, but he did set the fastest lap on this lap, I think. So while those guys were pitting, going on to the hards, I think, while the hard runners are still going, there might be stop on that 16 or something for the medium, so, or even 15 maybe, so for the mediums and that. Well, he's at the fast lap of the race, so just now, so I was surprised he's gone onto the sauce and set the fastest lap already. So yeah, so got more runners coming in now, skipping every lap because everyone keeps coming in, including Nation as well, so he's on mediums now. Yeah, so my plan was to go on hards to mediums. That was kind of my plan, but everyone was using mediums as well, so Yeah, so that's kind of a bit, not confusing, but because it's kind of, you can use those two tyres, mediums and hards, but if I use the hards again, I'm just going to be like I did in Bahrain, but I mean, I think the hards were definitely just tyre to go on to start with, so, but I was worried it was going to be a safety car, and then I messed up my strategy. That's what I was worried about, or wasn't sure when the safety car will come out, but I mean, I don't mind a safe car right now at this stage because I can do mediums to the end. If you're on hards, you could make it to the end, but and then on to lap 18, 2 laps later, these two on mediums managed to gain on me, so they just went past me both sides. So I was going offensive, but I just have no pace and not tyres. My tyres are fine, it's just, I just have no pace. So I just still have no pace at this stage. I was kind of confused at this point. I mean, I was confusing since beginning of the race, really, or something like that. Yeah, so with 10 laps to go, I'm not in the top 10, so I'm kind of struggling. But I'm kind of P11 by. Well, I mean, I'm P11 by 14 seconds, because got some others were battering behind, so by miles more than 14 seconds now. They're on the same strategy as me, so at least I'm not the only one, so some of the leaders will be on different strategies as well, like what I'm on right now. Yeah, I should have started on the hards and then gone to the mediums on lap 16 or something, so that was my plan, but I was worried about the safety car, I was worried about what they're doing, see what tyres are going on. I feels like I should have started on the hards, and then mediums to the end, that was the plan. I mean, I was thinking of starting on the hards, but I just wasn't sure at the beginning of the race, so it was between mediums and hards anyway, but I just don't know. Well, I paid the price, I got the wrong tyre to start with, and then went. It was okay for the first 4 laps, and then it just from lap 5 till now, or something like that, it just went downhill. I'm not in the DRS zone from those two guys, so because they're on mediums, and then got more grip than me. Yeah, that's what's really annoying. So it's what it is, but I had to fight another day. So yeah, so this round was kind of not my round. So I say not my day today. Quality pace was terrible again. I'm not sure why. And as we move on to 5 laps later, you got a guy who made a mistake in the middle sector, and I was a bit further back than those two were. So hopefully those two can sort it out on that bit. But I'm not sure he resets on track. I think you're not allowed to do that in these races, so if he does reset the track, he might get reported for that, so I'm not sure. I hope they're reported on that. I hope they're looking at the situation, because I can't see the footage, so I was a bit further back than those two were, Thomas and Strocco, because those two were like next to him when he resets the track. But if it do have the footage for that, that will help. So because you can't reset on track, so if he does do that, that's fine. So anyway, decided to go down to turn 1, decided to go for the move, just for fun, with 3 laps to go. He's on the same strategy as me, so I should be okay with it, but he has no penalties as well, so I'm going to be still P11 at this stage. Depends up ahead that has more than 3 seconds maybe. Like, Thomas has another 3-second penalty, so I might have a chance to top 10 here. If I'm inside 6 seconds and all that. It's not going to be easy on the hards, but compared to the mediums, but I'll try anyway, as much as I can. Yeah, so I hope he gets. He might get reported for resetting, so I'm not sure it's annulled. If it isn't annulled, if he can't reset on track, I think he might get reported for that. So, I mean, I don't have the footage, so I did show it here, but that was on my onboard, so because I was a bit further back than those two were, so right when I was following them for for a bit. Well, they were clearing away a little bit because they were on mediums and all that. If I was on mediums, I would have been in that train anyway, so just following them really. Trying to get into his trying to stay in the DRS and all that. So yeah, it's come towards 27 now. Only 2 laps remaining. Or, yeah, 2 laps remaining now. He decided to go for the move down towards turn 1. So, not... Well, I mean... he has no penalty. So, I mean, there's no point fighting at this stage because I'm morally out of the points anyway. So, because of the 3-second penalty I had earlier on that 8, I think it was. Nearly 20 laps ago. If I didn't have the 3-second penalty, I would have been okay. If I didn't have the 3-second penalty, I would have been top 10 maybe. So maybe P9 if I had the chance. So if I didn't have the 3-second penalty, but it's what it is. If I was on the right tyre to start with, on the hards and mediums, I might be closer to Ranger maybe, but I'm not sure. But if I was, I would have a chance with P7 maybe. So. And that will be the best I can do, really, on that result for this round. Like I did in Bahrain with P6, China P6. I did the same strategy as China, but it's different compared to Qatar and China, so and all that. A little bit different there. Yeah, so I think hards is the best high to go on. So I'll remember that next time if we're doing Qatar in Season 8. But I'm not sure, but... If I am doing Season 8, but I'll think about it from there. But I'll think about that at the end of the season, and then think if I am going to do it or not. It's good to do it once again, doing a need race. It's been a while since I did Season 4. I did Season 5 a little bit, but and that was it. Oh, you did about 3-4 races on that season, so and that was it really. Yeah, so on to the final lap now. Still in P11 at this stage. Yeah. It's just one of those races, it's not your day, really. So, Destroyer's won the race by miles. About more than 10 seconds, I think, from second place. So, yeah, so Kingsman, Destroyer are definitely fighting for this championship right now. At the halfway at this stage. So, it's between those two, so at this stage, for the title for Season 7 and all that. Yeah, so coming towards Sector 3 now, through this triple right-handers. Still in P11. It's just one of those races, it's just not your day, really. So, I think this round is just, well, it's like forgettable. It's not my day, really. So, I had to fight another day. So, coming towards the line now, not in the top 10. Finished P11 in that race. So, nothing I can do there. So we move on to the next round, forget about Qatar, and see what we can do from there. The next round, hope I can fight back in the top 10 and all that. So yeah, so that's from me today. Make sure you like, subscribe to your channel. They appreciate it a lot. They give me support with that. If you are new to your channel, hit that subscribe button. If you are new to your channel, they appreciate it a lot as well. So I'll see you guys next video. See you guys next time on F124 on my channel. So hope you guys have a nice weekend. Enjoy your day. Have a nice week. And see you later.